First March. I am lonely and this means something to me. Lonely means I used to know a boy, but that's exactly it. Used to know. Because he was the beating and thumping of my heart. And I held my world out to him in my hands like, here, this is the air I breathe. And at the time, what I held in my hands was small, but like I said, I don't have much, but what I have is gold. It was color and the definition of a beautiful madness that was measured into increments of creativity and drive. That was me, and I held me in my hands, and he picked and chose, and I'm still trying to get over that. The bits that weren't good enough and my missing pieces hurt me like the twitching of phantom limbs and the bleeding of fragile wounds that just won't heal. I met another boy and he didn't help, another boy and he didn't help either, and others said, time. They said that time was a waste and it was over, done with, my hands wiped clean of my paralytic death stare in his long gone direction. I didn't just lose my love, but my friend, too, was gone. So now his guitar and I weep in time, and I'm a death of loneliness, and I know people. I am lonely. There are people around me, and Eleanor Rigby went to church, but still died without a name, and no flowers but dirt to cover and mark a single scar of a grave while I wear my jar face, and I stand alone. I sit in a school of people who are like fish. They're similar, so similar, yet so different. They don't cry anymore like I do, cry over their lost loves and sedimentary cold hearts. They tell me in voices which sometimes quake and sometimes shake and sometimes just freeze. They search me out among their oceans of blue, blue, blue. These oceans are sad, and they find me within them to tell me these tales that I'll never fully understand. How they lost daddy to vodka, or mama to marijuana, or brother to the gun, and that night they slept outside, but they didn't just sleep. They never just sleep because they dream of the repeated losses they've known, and I just don't understand. My mama sits on the couch petting the cats, and daddy comes home at 6. My sister's names are Trouble and Frowdy, and I cry for them both. So then I'm crying, and it's back to this boy again because it all went wrong. So wrong, it all went so wrong. And I cry when I hear his name and see his face, but Facebook just won't delete because it's another dimension riddled with glitches, logicalities, and dangers. My friends are the criminals of this plane, and I'm not sure I want to be friends with them anymore. How I tire of crying when morning doesn't end. These are not my people. I know 30 people by name and 3 by heart. And we 3 used to know each other like the pains of a familiar clock as time passed and the hands swept us away. We crumbled. I ask myself who my smiles are for. When I know but friends that war and cries for help that seek to bleed me out from the point of being a good friend responsibility, I want the people who know the health of love in a language. I require long presences and a change in name. My Sundays aren't Sonntags when I cry in lousy bathrooms for the problems in knowing who I might know and who I might never know. I need new Sundays. I need a new start, and they call it a spot, and they call it beautiful. People in tandem, language and smiles. That'll be the day when the health of love in a language wipes the gloveless tears from my face, and the sun rises on my rained-out parade.